play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you to MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Push him back. Push him back. Lights 57. 57. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Jones. Dancing to his left. Finds his tight end Ingram. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
You better be afraid of me. 56 is Mike. 56 is Mike.
Throwing Jones. He'll let this go for the end zone. Here's a diving catch right side. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson forced out to his left. And Tom finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Collins. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd and 10, Wilson looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And it will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught inside the 5. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Trying to punch it in with Collins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no. Gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Now it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Myers connects on the PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Pharoh Cooper now going to bring it out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On first down, Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Darrell Taylor in there to bury him for a loss of 11. 2nd and 21. A lot of ground to cover. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. The throw for Tony is intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long.
And got his man, complete. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, 78 yards. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there was no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. That's complete. It's Collins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson gives to Collins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson eluding the pressure right. That's complete to his running back, Dallas. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out foul. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get into the right spot and make your own play. And in this case,
they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's a wobbler, and it's intercepted. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return from Cooper. Out it'll go to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
56, Mike, 56, right there.
Now Jones throwing after the interception. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Open man right side is Tony. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
one thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the move to his left. That'll be caught. It's Tony. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney, 26 yards. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. Jones throwing for it. Being chased out left. And he'll get into the end zone to push the lead up to a field goal. And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Dancing to his left. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Wilson now on the handoff to Collins. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Collins. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Alex Collins taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks have once again taken the lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone to make it a 5-point game. So the signal caller doing it himself there on the 2-point try.
You got to like that. We always talk about the ball staying in the hands of the best players. But most of the time you want to get it to a back, pitch it to a wide receiver. In this case, the quarterback did it himself.
On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And smartly going into the slide there, Wilson has enough for the first. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ. Wilson going to throw for it. They still can't get it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Cooper on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And a little quarterback draw option works to perfection for him.
Yeah, it's hard to account for the quarterback in most situations on defense, and that's why the quarterback draw is so successful. Everyone else covered, makes a little fake, runs into the end zone.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive as they take over here with 11 seconds remaining. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and this shows on the scoreboard.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Jones now. A final shot before break. Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. It's a big play there for Seattle. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one. On 1st and goal, Collins. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Dexter Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
4th down, here's Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Giants are going to get the football back. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 58 yards. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And this is back to an 8-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Wilson from his end zone on 3rd and long. And he'll go down in the end zone. Down goes Wilson. It's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They go play action here on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 30. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Touchdown! Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Jones throw here taken in by Ingram. And some space here. Touchdown Giants. Evan Ingram, 49 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Gano the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you...
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Seahawks. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, 1 play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, 1 play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. big-time play, big-time result.
So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cooper is going to remain in the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go.
And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown. Darius Slayton, 75 yards. And the Giants are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point try good by Gano. And this is back to an 8-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
You thought you had it. You thought you had it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Seattle. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Seahawks on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Giants are right back in this football game. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Jones. Flush to his right. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 14. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Oh, the return is Cooper from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Second and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for two. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Boy, they're lucky, very lucky to get this one back. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone.
Greatest show on earth, baby.
And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lorenzo Carter able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run.
At the 6-yard line.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a... And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Cooper on the return. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. To throw is Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. Touchdown, Giants! Saquon Barkley, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Jones. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Flushed out right. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Jones. To Barkley on the check down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Jones. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Gano the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.